Aleksander Barkov of the Florida Panthers leaves tonight's game after taking an elbow from Edmonton's Leon Draisaitl. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephen Wilson, and here on this channel, we discuss sports injuries. So if this is the type of content that interests you, then please consider liking and subscribing. Let's take a look at tonight's replay here. So it's Monday night here in the playoffs, Edmonton at Florida. The puck goes into Florida's zone, and Edmonton is going in on the forecheck here. We're going to see number 29 of the Oilers, Leon Draisaitl, at the bottom of the screen. He's about to make contact here with the captain of the Florida Panthers. He does get his arm up a little bit on Barkov on that hit, and Barkov goes down. Here we can see Barkov. He's down on the ice. He is not comfortable. He's in distress, obviously with an upper body injury. From this angle here, we can see Barkov using his left hand and grabbing at his jaw. That is the point of contact where Draisaitl's elbow went in to Barkov's face here. So we're going to look at a couple of different replays here, a couple of different angles, and then we can start to break down perhaps what happened to Barkov. And coming up here, this is the good one. So we can see Draisaitl coming in on the forecheck. He's got his right elbow up and drives into the jaw, the right side of the jaw there of Barkov, pushing him backwards. That is a firm forearm shot to the face of Barkov. Barkov goes down, immediately grabbing at his jaw. On this angle here, we see the athletic therapist of the Panthers out to tend to Barkov on the ice. Barkov is obviously in some discomfort. The trainer there is kind of checking his neck a little bit. So after watching the replay and seeing the reaction of the athletic therapist, we can certainly assume that Barkov is going to have, at the very least, a cervical spine strain as a result of taking the forearm shot from Draisaitl. There also may be the possibility of a jaw injury because that's where the point of contact was. And also, this is a little bit more concerning here. When Barkov is leaving the ice, we can see two people with their arms around Barkov as he is a little bit unsteady in going back to the dressing room here. So the upper body injury concerns for Barkov, for me from watching this play, would certainly be a neck injury like a whiplash or a strain injury. An injury to his jaw from the point of contact of Draisaitl's elbow driving in to the right side of Barkov's jaw. And he is a bit unsteady in leaving the ice surface here. So a concussion is definitely a concern for Barkov. So now let's turn our attention to the anatomy screen here. If you can imagine the skull and the neck here being that of Aleksander Barkov. So what we saw was Leon Draisaitl's right elbow coming into Barkov's jaw right about here. And what that's going to cause is his cervical spine and his head to rotate to the right, which is going to stress this part of his neck. As his neck rotates and extends backwards, this is going to stress the soft connective tissue in the backside or the posterior part of his neck, therefore producing a whiplash or a strain type effect to his neck. So later on Monday night, without a media update on the status of Barkov's injury, from what we could tell from the replay, we can formulate our own differential diagnosis consisting of definitely an upper body injury, at the very least a cervical spine strain, perhaps even a jaw injury from the point of impact from Leon Draisaitl's right elbow making contact with Barkov's jaw. And on top of that, hopefully not, but perhaps a concussion as well. Hopefully Barkov will not miss very much time in the playoffs. Thank you. Have a great night.